Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the Port City Fog live stream from the University of New Brunswick, St. John. Today's Port City Fog's Maritime Women's Basketball Association game is brought to you by Proline. Today, the Fog are hosting the Miramichi Her-icanes. My name is Aaron McKenna. I'm going to be your host for today's game in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association matchup. Going to have a great game here. The Miramichi Her-icanes 7-2 are visiting the Fog 1-8. Both teams looking to hit different milestones today. Both of them are looking to have constructive defensive games. The Fog are looking to sustain their offense in the second half. Had some great interviews with players and coaches here pre-game. We'll discuss that as we go through. Let's talk about the Maritime Women's Association Basketball Royale Player of the Week. Two of them in town today. Lorraine Renford, who won it here in week 4, and Grace Lancaster won it the week before her. So two Miramichi Her-icanes have won the Player of the Week in the last 4 weeks. Two before that was Sammy Russell, who we saw last weekend out of the Halifax Thunder, and Courtney Donaldson won it in week 1 out of the Halifax Hornets. So two girls have won the Player of the Week here. They're going to be forced to reckon with coming into the game. I've spoke with both of them. Rainford is currently the second leading scorer overall in the league with 18.2 points per game. She scored a total of 146 points. She's only 1 point behind Mackenzie Smith of the Lake City 56ers. So one of the things that you can't say is not in her mind is becoming the overall leading scorer. She's also ranks in the top 10 for rebounds at 5.9 rebounds, 47 overall. So we're going to see a strong player there in Rainford. Lancaster is let's say she's 6 overall in scoring with 14.2 points per game. Scored over 85 points this season. And she is also coming in as one of the top rebounders in the league as well. Averaging, let's just see here, 4.3 rebounds a game. The Fog had a tough game yesterday with the Fredericton freezing down. Shorter got shut down in the second half. They're looking to have a good rebound here. Last regular season home game of the year. Their leading scorer right now is McKinley Bazanzin at 10.8 points per game, followed by Erin Ingalls. She's at 8.2 points a game. Amelia Mitchell's controlling the rebound, 6.9 on average. The team's shooting percentage is at 40% for their 2-point range. Their field goals is doing pretty good at 60%, and we could use some improvements from the 3-point range here today. We have a call-in. It's Nev Pearson is a call-up today wearing number 18 out of Rossay High School. She's a hot shot from the 3-point line, so I'm expecting to see Nev get some floor time today and focus on some 3-point shots. This is Andre Gallant on the microphone. We'll let him have some space here. Going to be introducing the starting lineups. And I got to be honest with you, the bright orange uniforms, I like them. It reminds me of the Syracuse Crunch back in the day. Big basketball teams. Love the orange. Okay, so starting out is Lauren Rainford, number 1 for the Hurricanes. Followed by number 5, Katie Donahue. Comes number 7, Devin Lawler. Number 8, Grace Lancaster. Had a great interview with Grace. We'll talk about that as we go through the times out and quarters in the game. And that's number 16, Abby Miller. Now, the interesting thing about Abby Miller is she is the overall leading rebounders per game at 9.6, 67 overall. So they got 2 of the leading scorers and 3 of the leading rebounders coming in down here in the Miramichi Her-icanes. And now your starting lineup for your Port City Fog. This is number 4, McKinley Bazanzin. This is number 5, Mallory Straker. This is number 8, big rebounder for the Fog, Erin Ingalls, big morale part of the team. Excellent attitude. Loves driving the net. This is number 12, Amelia Mitchell. And number 16, Clancy McIntyre. That'll be your starting lineup for both teams here today. Got some excellent referees on the floor for us. Mr. Dave McGrattan, one of the top referees in the country. Ben Tate and Al Gates out on the floor. Asking us to stand here now for the national anthem. All right, excellent job there by our old Canada singer. Have a nice little crowd here today, taking in today's Maritime Women's Basketball Association action from University of New Brunswick St. John. Today's tip-off is going to be brought to you by Royale. Throwing a tip-off will be Dave McGrattan. Aaron Ingalls taking the jump for the Fog, and Abby Miller taking the jump for the Hurricanes. And it's ball time. Hurricanes take the jump. This is number 5 now with the ball, Donahue. Donahue down low to Lawler. Shot, nice one there. Break of the ice, Abby Miller, number 16. Going to see Abby under the boards quite a bit today. We know that, being one of the leading rebounders. She started things off. This is McKinley now. Into Ingalls. Ingalls on the inside, brings it out to Straker. Straker back to McKinley. Inside to Clancy. Clancy McIntyre puts it up. Fadeaway shot. Straker with the offensive rebound. Quick over to Ingalls here. Back out to Mitchell. Mitchell at the top of the key. Hands it off. Nice move. They do that one. Oh, yes! That's one of the nice plays they've built over the season to start them off with 2 points. McKinley to Mitchell. Here we go, number 5, Katie Donahue now. Moves over to 8. This is Grace Lancaster. She's going to be one of the top players in the league. Shot from 7. Lawler, rebounded by Ingalls. Good job on the boards here, starting off for the Fog. Straker pushes the ball quick. McKinley for 3. Off the rim, going to be rebounded by Clancy McIntyre. Clancy came to play today. Amelia Mitchell drives on the right. Takes it to the center, up to the top of the key. Straker looked, pops it, off the rim, rebounded by Donahue. She moved the ball quickly into the corner. This is Lancaster with the shot. Rebounded. Oh, Abby Miller got that rebound. This is Lawler now. Over to Lancaster for 3. That was one of the things Dom Laviette said before the game, is keeping Miramichi away from the three-point line. They are averaging 30% from the three-point line overall this season. Ball goes into Ingalls. Ingalls using her body, pushing it back. Doesn't get called for a travel. Going to be called for a jump ball. It's one of the things that several of the interviews and the girls this season, they like the physicality of the game, getting in there and battling for the ball. It's one of the things that they love and have passion for in the game. This is Clancy McIntyre to McKinley on the outside. Yes, drains it. Hits a three-pointer early. 7:48 to go in the first quarter. And McKinley hit her first three-pointer of the game. It's 5-2 for the home team. Ball's over to Lawler now. This is Lancaster. Lancaster trying to get in the key. Loses it going in. Looking for a little contact. No call. Little surprised with it. Having some facial reactions with the referee. It's one of the things I appreciate about basketball. You're able to have a little bit more communication than some of the other sports with the referees. Here's Mitchell now with the ball. On the right side, moves it inside to Ingles. Ingles trying to go up. She's going to be called for a foul on that one. That's going to be a holding. That's going to be 5 Lawler on the Hurricanes with the first foul of the game.
Inside to Ingles.
Ingles trying to inbound the ball.
She's going to be called for a foul.
Coming out in a strong start here. This is McKinley. Takes it inside. Tried to lay it in. Missed it. Rebounded by Abby Miller. Gets it to Lawler. Drive to net there for the Hurricanes. That was Lawler, number 7. Ball's inbound to McKinley now. Here's Straker. Straker pulled up quickly. Full court press here. That's one of the things Neil Smith, the coach of the Hurricanes, was talking about. For the nice basket in there by Mitchell. He was talking about the game. The success that they had was the full-time pressure on the ball. As Lawler gets down there again quickly. Ingles picks it up. Here's McKinley now. Into Straker. Straker to the middle. Guarded by Rainford. Outside to Mitchell for 3. Mitchell airballed it. Lancaster pick up the rebound, coming quickly down the center. Over to Abby Miller in the lane. Easy 2 points for the Hurricanes there. This is Ingles now. On the right side. Takes it down hard. Trying to get it into Clancy. Couldn't. Lancaster picks it up again. It's 3-on-1, 2 times in a row. Rainford gets fouled, driving to the net. Miramichi's breaking out quickly there on the transitions. Leaving some of the fog behind them as they're coming down the floor. Here's going to be our first substitution. Clancy McIntyre's coming out. Ainsley Green's checking in. This is Rainford now from the line. Rainford's hitting 83% of her field goal or shots so far this season. There she goes. Miramichi now takes the lead 8-7 here in the first quarter. Ball's inbounded to McKinley. Full court pressure here from the Hurricanes. Halfway through the first, McKinley had to pick up the ball to Ingles. Ingles gives it back to her. They're on the right side. Donahue's guarding McKinley tight. Lancaster comes out to help. Inside to Ingles, great pass. Beautiful basket. Love the way Ingles drives the net there. Great ball movement inside to her. And she's able to put it up and in.
Guarding McKinley tight. Lancaster comes
Ingles
out
is
to help.
60% from the line. She's going to get a chance here for a
beautiful
extra
basket.
point. Abby Miller lined up against Mitchell over there on the far side. She's able to get the rebound there. Out to Donahue quickly. Up to Lawler. Lawler's got the speed on the team. Outside to Rainford. Rainford takes a step, drives, pops it. Nice stop and pop. That was one of the things that we haven't got to yet is the Hurricanes come into the game with 8 UPEI students on the team. That's 8 University of Prince Rhode Island students. They've been playing together for about 5 years. They've got some great team chemistry and experience playing together. And a lot of them played together growing up as well. So that's one of the things you're facing today is not only the skill level, but the experience playing together. It's a beautiful pass inside from Ingles to Mitchell. And the Fog are up 11-10 right now. Fog usually give the teams that they played at home a great first quarter, and they're doing that here to start her out. Lancaster hits a long 3 from Rainford. Nice one. Nice natural shot there. We've seen a couple of, more than a couple. Lots of great basketball here. Hosted by the Fog. Mitchell has it, drives the lane, puts it up. Just went off. Rainford comes up with the rebound. Looks up quick to Lancaster. Lancaster pops it in. Running quickly. That's going to be a timeout taken. Today's timeout is brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, and the Core Health Group. I'll tell you a little bit about the notes I took with the coach of the Hurricanes. First question in, that's Neil Smith. What did he attribute the success of his season to? His team's currently 7-2, and his team thinks that they can win the Proline Legacy Cup. His answer was the buy-in on defense, ball pressure, being a hard team to play against. One of the things on the interesting sides as well was he's sending out scouts to the other games, not only to be videoing it but taking notes, and so that they can discuss it and pass that information on to the team through the week. As they don't really get a lot of practice time, they have to share information with the players in the team different ways and be ready for the action they play on the weekends. So I had a great interview with Mr. Smith. It's his first year coaching in the league. One of the things that he loved about the league itself was the opportunity for the girls to play the basketball, and the number one thing, that's what it was, here's my notes here now, is when the younger girls are being mentored or just looking up to the older girls when they come to get their little jerseys signed, and the players on the team are just mentoring them, inspiring them. He just thought that was just awesome, which it is. Okay, here we go now. Fog are going to inbound the ball, 4:23. Hurricanes are up 15-11. Number 18 is checked into the game. Nev Pearson cuts down the lane early, wide open, put it off the board. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Looks like Grace Lancaster fouled her there. That's a good person to get some fouls on, would be Lancaster. So Pearson making an immediate impact in the game. Nev is going to be a graduate of the Rossay Regional High School this season. Had an opportunity to watch her several times as I was broadcasting some of the games this year. Here's Pearson, second shot, sinks it. Going to see if we see Pearson get set up for some 3-pointers as Donahue brings the ball over to Lancaster. Outside to Black. Black to Lancaster. She likes that spot. That's the second time she's gone to that for a 3-point range. This is Rainford now, moving the ball around. There's 2 Rainfords on the floor now, and they are related. Lauren Rainford shoots it. Oh, drains that 3-pointer. She's going for the overall points leader in this game. One of the things the Miramichi Hurricanes could do is try to stat stack her. Her assistant Aiden Rainford has now come on the floor, number 20. This is Danielle Alexander, who I had a great talk with before the game as well. We'll talk about that in the next time out. Ball's into McKinley. McKinley puts it up, doesn't go in. Rebounded by Black, who gets it out to Lauren Rainford. Back to Black, that could have been a travel. Aiden Rainford puts it in for an easy 2. Got the ball down behind the Fog. Alexander now on the right side, kicks it out to Ainsley Green. Green trying to look from the 3-point line. McKinley has it. Moving inside on Donahue. No, she gets fouled. Looks like she might be going line for 2 shots. Take a look at McKinley Bazanzan stats. She's 58% from the free throw line, averaging 10.8 points a game with 4.8 rebounds. And she makes the first one. Here comes McKinley's second shot, 14-20. She makes both of them. Good job. Number 4, Sydney Lawler checking into the game. So a couple of Lawlers, couple of Rainfords on the team here today. That's what I was talking about, chemistry and team building, is they've had a team together for several years now. 14, missed it, picked up by Lancaster, brings it outside to Rainford. Over to Lauren. Lauren takes it down the middle, steps by. Oh, nice drive there by Rainford. She's going to be one of the top players in the league. We've seen a few of them. Sammy Russell out of Halifax, Bailey Russell out of Fredericton, Tim Wine out of Fredericton. Now we have Lancaster and Rainford on the floor. Building an all-star team here. Got fouled, taking it to the net. She's going to go to the line. Now the Hurricanes,
now we have Lancaster,
I could say, are a little bit of foul trouble. They have 4 fouls on them. Building 2 nights to go in the first quarter. Fog have 2. This is Rainford on the line now. Gives me an opportunity to tell you something interesting a little early. Typically going to Shoes of the Game award, typically in the third quarter. The Miramichi Her-icanes have 8 players currently on the roster with the UPEI, but they have 10 girls all wearing the same shoe. So it's going to really narrow down the Shoes of the Game award. This is Meg Ingles from the outside. Rainford now kicks it out to Lancaster. Lancaster on the left side. Takes her time. Gets the ball over to Lawler. Lawler over to Rainford. Rainford. Oh, would have been a long 2-pointer. McKinley picks up the rebound. Over to Pearson. Pearson quick outlet to Ingles. A lot of speed on the floor right now. Rainford picked that off. Tipped it off to Lancaster. Lancaster rolls it in. One of the questions I asked Lancaster prior to the game was if she thought that her and Rainford was the number one duo or the 2 best players on the floor for any team, and she said yes, they were. We've seen a couple of great duos from the other teams coming to town, and she said they were going to be the best we were going to see in the league. This is Rainford now, swatted away by Ingles. Great defense there. It's going to remain the Hurricanes' ball. We're going to have Mally Straker check in, give McKinley a chance to sit down. Mr. Smith coming on to do a little bit of coaching. Rainford inbounds the ball here. She gets it into Lawler. Back to Rainford. Top of the key. Threw it down low. Picked up by Amelia Mitchell. Mitchell steps around. Switching hands. Driving all the way down. Picked it up. Brought it back outside to Pearson. Long range Pearson. Off the rim. Pearson was about 4 feet away from the 3-pointer there, so it was a long one. Quick pass up. Talk quickly here about Coach Lavallette's pregame notes. Shutting them down in the transition, preventing the 3-pointers, and sustaining offense. Shutting down Rainford and Lancaster. That's the big challenge here today. They're down 26-15 right now. This is Mitchell, top of the key, out to Ingles. Ingles puts it back to Mitchell, ran into a wall. Was able to get it up, didn't go. Lancaster comes up with the rebound. She moves the ball quickly. Rainford for 3, long range, off the rim, picked up by her sister Aiden and puts it back. Textbook basketball right there from the Hurricanes. Here's Ingles now with it. On the left hand, Ingles picks it up, over to Amelia. Mitchell looking, Ingles was cutting through the lane. Pearson hanging on the outside, made a move, stepped around, drew off the rim. Ball outletted quickly to Lancaster. Lancaster drives to left, fades away, shot. Getting claps from both sides of the crowd here right now. What a nice play. Smooth basketball we're seeing here from the Hurricanes right now. They're up 30-15. Up 15 points here in the first quarter. They are in a little bit of foul trouble. Timeout is brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, and the Core Health Group. Take a look at the notes I took from Grace Lancaster. Some of their milestones coming into the season was just to build a better connection. Here I am talking with them having 8 players from the same university. They don't get a lot of practice time, so using their time effectively to build a winning team. She loved the league because it was a chance to improve her skills, playing with high-end or high skill level teammates, playing with better players on the other teams. So she's just becoming a better basketball player from being here. She loved the opportunity to play. And that was my pregame interview with Grace Lancaster from the Hurricanes. Talked to Amelia Mitchell as well. Loved the opportunity to play. It's the number one answer from everybody. It's typically their first one as well. One of the things that they were able to sustain was the fun they were able to have throughout the season coming into the game here, 1-8 right now. But I asked her how they continue to have fun and make that work. And she said it came down to the heart of the team. They support each other, the love of the game, battling. They're all coming here because they love playing basketball is the situation. And if the league wasn't here, they wouldn't have the opportunity to have this outlet. And by they, I mean the players, the athletes, really are enjoying themselves. So that's a really positive start when you have the players enjoying themselves. I think it's fast-paced basketball. I think it's gritty. I think it's very skill-setted. We see some excellent players in here as we are today with Lancaster and Rainford. As well, the refereeing has been exceptional, I'd have to say, in every game that I've taken in so far. And it continues to be so here today. I'd like to thank Peter and Paul Hickey for having me down to call the games this season. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I think I've been improving as I went along, so thank you. Been learning how to call the games and listening to some of the other broadcasters as well. Here's Lauren Rainford. Inbounds the ball to Lawler. Lawler to the right side now. Black. Outside. Shot goes off the rim. Clancy McIntyre back in the game. Picks up the rebound. Up to Nev Pearson quickly. Could have been Ainsley Green gets shut down. Aiden Ranford was able to block that one. Big block.
McIntyre back in the game. Picks up the rebound. Up to Nev Pearson quickly. Could have been Ainsley Green gets shut down.
Clancy McIntyre. McIntyre's on the outside. Gives it back to Green. Sets a pick and roll. Green drives the net. Left hand. Rebounded by Rainford to Rainford. Could go late, Aiden and Lauren. This is Lauren. Lauren to the center of the key. Outside. Oh, just missed that one. It's wide open. Number 11. Bounced her own player. Rainford now looks to the outside. Goes for the three-pointer. Missed it. Rebounded again. Miramichi on the offensive boards. McIntyre doing her best to hold the ball down. It's going to be a jump ball. Rebounding is such a big part of this league as well. The Hurricanes are averaging 50 rebounds a game and the Fog 44.8. Pearson inbounds it to Straker. Back to Pearson. She moves quickly up, hand to hand, drives to the center, puts it up, trying to take control here. Pearson. Out to Amelia Mitchell. Straker. Ooh, tough shot there, but she got fouled doing it. Foul by number 4. It's a new quarter now, so they're out of the foul trouble. That was the first foul for the Hurricanes here in the second quarter. Nev Pearson put on a good shift there. She checks out. McKinley Bazanzan checks back in. This is Straker now on the line. Hasn't had too many field goal attempts, Straker, this season. There's a great job. One of the things I really like about Dom Laviette is his coaching style. And there he is coaching the call up on the sidelines as she takes her break. Okay, number 11, Bailey Henderson inbounds the ball, product of UMBSJ right here. This is Henderson. Outside shot. It's a three-pointer. Hurricanes don't mind taking the threes. Kick it back outside again. Donahue missed it. Here's Clancy McIntyre with that rebound. Gets it to McKinley. McKinley was looking. Still looking. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell getting blocked up a little. Donahue doing a good job. Tight pressure, tight coverage out there by the Hurricanes. Mitchell with the shot clock wind down to 8, bounces it off of one of the Hurricanes players so they could have a reset and inbound the ball. McKinley's going to inbound it. 30-17 is the score. Plays to Mitchell. Back to McKinley. Takes a step. Tries to go up. Couldn't get the ball out of her hands. Miramichi wasn't able to control it, and it's going to be a turnover to the Fog. McKinley going to inbound the ball again here now. Way outside to Mitchell. Three-pointer. Oh! Almost bounced off the backboard and in. Here comes the UMBSJ product, Bailey Henderson. Inside to Miller. Miller missed that one, rebounded by McKinley. McKinley plays it out to Straker. Straker likes to push it quick. She does. Going on the left side, puts it to the rim. No shot. Rebounded by Henderson. Blocked up by Mitchell. Into Lawler. Nice pass. Nice ball movement. Get that ball inside. Good heads-up play by Devin Lawler. Sydney and Devin out there, number 4 and number 7. Here's McKinley. Nice dribbling. Clancy set a good pick. Going to be the fog ball. Tight defense coverage there by Henderson. And what Coach Smith said to us before the game was the pressure on the ball is evident. Right now we have Rainford and Grace Lancaster both out of the game. Not sure if the coach knows statistically that Rainford could take over the league lead in scoring. I didn't think it was appropriate to bring up to him since I'm cheering for the Fog here today. This is McKenzie now, over to Straker. Leads it up quick to Mitchell. Mitchell almost lost it there. Donahue playing tight defense. Mitchell trying to get some room. Again, second time, bounces it off the Hurricanes player to go out of bounds, and she's looking for help. 6:48 to go here, second quarter. Danielle Alexander's going to check in. Mitchell's going to get a chance to rest. Pearson's back in the game. Into Alexander. This is McKinley, outside shot, 3! Her second three-pointer of the game. Makes it 20-32. Donahue brings the ball up quickly. Inside to Henderson. Henderson steps to the inside, kicks it out. This is Sydney. Sydney off the rim, rebounded by McKinley. McKinley doing a good job down defensively now, getting some of the rebounds. This is Straker on the left. Straker comfortable on both sides of the floor, both hands. Danielle pushing her off a little bit. McKinley with the ball. Looking for an inch. Blackhawks down to 7. Straker, long range outside. Hurricanes push it down quickly. Henderson goes up. Wasn't able to get it. Hurricanes come up. Offensive boards. Outside here, 7. Lawler missed that one. Ainsley Green. Ref's calling a foul on that one. On the Hurricanes. That's the grittiness of the game right there. That's what they enjoy about it. And it's good for the crowd as well. See the fight for the ball, the passion, determination. Okay, now 2 of the big players checking back into the game. Here comes Grace Lancaster. Hope somebody didn't text them while they're listening to the game. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on the YouTube live stream for the Port City Fog Hurricanes matchup here today. Like and share. As Straker brings the ball up the floor here, guarded by Lancaster tightly. Straker goes by the left, ran into a bunch of trouble, and again we're going to be fouled on number 8, Lancaster, for blocking. She didn't like that call.
Here, guarded by Lancaster
Straker ended up walking through 3 Hurricanes really quick. They collapsed on her.
Ran into a bunch of trouble, and again
Megan goes back in the game here now. She's going to inbound the ball to McKinley. McKinley, Lancaster right on her. Gives it inside to Danielle. Danielle puts it up over Rainford. Not able to make it. Rainford come up with a rebound. Lawler pushes the ball down quick outside to Henderson. 3-pointer, Nikes it. The Hurricanes are an excellent 3-point shooting team, moving the ball around to get to the 3-point shot. That's going to be a timeout called by the Fog. Today's timeout is brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, Court Health Group, Proline, and Royale. Great job to Andre Gallant over there on the microphone doing the public address announcing today. I think I've given you all the notes so far on the pregame interviews and the scouting report. We've covered that off pretty good. Let's give a massive hoop salute to the Maritime Women's Basketball Association marketing and social media whiz Shelby McIsaac of the UMB Athletics. She's off to the FISU World Summer University Games this July in Germany. The multi-talented Town of Riverview student athlete will compete in the 400 meter hurdles Good luck, Shelby. Thank you for all you do for the Women's Maritime Basketball Association. I think you're doing an awesome job on the social media. I love the routine updates. I love the way the website's going. You can check it out at themwba.ca for all your statistics and news. As the buzzer goes here to call out both players, both teams back to the floor. In interviewing both Rainford and Lancaster, I asked them if they had a chance to win the Proline Legacy Cup. Both said yes. The Proline Legacy Cup will feature 4 teams, all who will have survived provincial playoffs to punch their ticket into Fredericton June 20th and 21st. I'll correct those dates. That's what I was saying yesterday. It's the 21st and 22nd. We'll get more into the Proline Legacy Cup as Rainford has the ball underneath the net, puts it in for 2. Straker inbounds the ball to Pearson. Back to Straker. Full court pressure. Danielle running through the court with her hands up. Here she is now. Gives the ball over to McKinley. Sets the pick. Back to Danielle. Danielle scrambling for it. She's able to get it. Pearson picks the ball up. Over to Straker. 5 seconds on the clock. Straker long. Had a hand right in her face. Danielle tries to swat the ball away. Not able to keep it in play. Okay, here's Rainford now with the ball. Brings it right up the center. Her sister sets a pick for her on the left side. Rainford takes it coast to coast with the left-handed lay-in. Great heads-up play by Lauren. A lot of intuition and basketball smarts that we see out there from some of the excellent players, and she just kept taking the ball to the net. This is Straker on the left. Shoots it. Nice. 22-39 right now with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Outside here to Lawler. She steps inside, not able to get it. Meg Ingles went up hard. This is Danielle Alexander, comes up with the ball. She's going to fight for it there. Good one. Gets it to Straker, over half. Hurricanes doing a good job on defense, that's for sure. Keeping the fog on the outside. This is Pearson, look for a room. Gives it back into to Alexander. She jumps for it. She holds on to it. Okay, we're going to have a sub come in. Here comes number 6, Ava Godfrey. She replaces Devin Lawler out there. .345 to go. Second quarter. Rainford has the ball now. She went all the way last time. Back outside to Grace Lancaster. Lancaster popped it. Didn't make the 3. Rebounded by Straker. Gives it to Pearson now. Pearson's going to bring the ball up the floor. Pearson doing a good job stepping up here today. This is Alexander now. McKinley outside. Going for her third 3-pointer. This is Rainford. Over to Lancaster. Lancaster. Nice soft touch. Nice put back. The Fog were down a couple of players today. Emma Roberts was not able to play. Kate Morrison was not able to play. And neither was Mumford. Jillian Mumford not able to be in uniform today. Hence the reason we have Pearson called up. Grace Lancaster puts it back for another 2 points. Full court pressure here by the Hurricanes. They're up by 20-some, and they still have full court pressure on. Up 20, 19. Referee blows whistle. It's going to be a football. Erin Ingalls and Amelia Mitchell checking back in the game. Alexander and Meg Ingalls check out. Straker's going to inbound the ball here. Gives it into McKinley. Mitchell setting the pick there for McKinley. Comes back out to her. Tried to get inside on Rainford. Oh, just missed that one. Aiden's got a very long reach on her. She's one of the taller girls we've seen in the league here so far. This is Lauren, drives the net, left-handed, missed it. Ball goes out. Lauren wanted the call to be the Miramichi, didn't get it. Fog ball. Clancy McIntyre is going to check in and take out Nev Pearson. Bounce checked in. Again, full court pressure. There's two of them on them. This is Ingles now, fighting to get over half. They get it over. Ingles in the middle. Tried to bounce it to Amelia. Football. And Fog are going to remain in possession. So here's the Fog now. McKinley inbounding underneath the net. Gives it right into Straker underneath. Got fouled. And Straker's going to go to the line for two. So you can certainly see why Grace Lancaster and Lauren Rainford were players of the week. Both exceptional basketball players here playing together. Yesterday I was talking about the Fredericton Freeze and their calm, cool, collective game. And today I'll say about the Hurricanes, their smoothness. The way they sort of just glide through things. Make things look very smooth. And Grace Lancaster getting taken off the floor. She wants to be out there. You can see that in her facial expressions. Going over to the coach, asking her why she's coming out. Still having a little talk with the coach. Wants the floor time out there. This is number 6 now. Gets it outside. Oh, intercepted. Rainford. Back over. Rainford to Rainford. Their shot clock 6 down. 2 seconds on the clock. Rainford puts it up. Hit the rim. (2-0) pushing Miramichi Hurricanes. That's Aiden Rainford. Referee blew that one down. That's going to be 5 fouls on the Hurricanes now. The girls on the Hurricanes have smiles on their face, appreciating the call in humor. So the going to be a timeout called. Today's timeout is brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, and the Core Health Group. Let's take a look at some other pregame announcements I have for you, or in-game announcements we'll call them now. Let's talk about the Proline Legacy Cup. It'll feature 4 teams, all who will have survived provincial playoffs to punch their ticket to Fredericton. The semifinals will see the top seed surviving from the regular season play the lowest remaining seed, while the second and third seeds' best records meet in the other June 21st semifinals. So the semifinals are June 21st in Fredericton. A third-place game is at 12:30 p.m. on June 22nd, and the final is set for 3 p.m. June 22nd. It marks the second time the Proline Legacy Cup has been played in New Brunswick. The first one was 2023 at the St. John TV station, which set the MWBA attendance record with 1,209 people on hand for the final game. Let's see if we can break that record this season in Fredericton. June 22nd, 3 o'clock is the finals. So all teams are vying for a spot in the playoffs, and the top 4 will end up at the Legacy Cup. .131 to go in the second quarter. Timeout's over. Ingles has gone the line. Makes her first one. Let's take a look at Erin Ingles' free throw percentage. She's shooting 57% from the free throw line. Here's her second shot. Makes them both. 2 easy points there, as the Hurricanes are in foul trouble. 5 fouls this quarter. Rainford on the outside. Ingles steps up quick to the defense there. Back to Aiden. Lauren on the outside. Long 2 points. Wasn't able to sink that one. Here's McKinley now. McKinley guarded tight by Lauren Rainford. Pushed her off. This is Straker. Long shot outside. No go. Lauren Rainford come down with the rebound. Had a little smile on her face, as did Ingles. Both playing hard out there. Rainford goes to the left. Pops it outside to the top of the key. Back to Rainford. Rainford pumped it. Over to her sister Aiden. Nope. Far off. Airballed that one. McKinley picked up the rebound to Straker. 30 seconds remaining in the half. This is Straker to Clancy. McIntyre to McKinley. Dropped it to Ingles now. Ingles on the outside. Fogg having trouble getting in, there's no doubt. There's Mitchell now. Oh! Mitchell lost it. Aiden was able to grab onto it there, and the Hurricanes pick it up on a turnover. This is Sullivan. Rainford. Rainford's going to try to make the last shot here. Got fouled going to it. So she's going to go to the line for 2. 3 seconds remain in the half. We'll check out Rainford's. Woo. She's 83% from the free throw line. She missed that freebie. Here she is now on her second shot. Puts it up. Missed both of them here today. This is Mitchell. Quicked it outside. Straker long. Oh, just a few feet short there as we're going to go into halftime. Halftime is brought to you by Proline and Royale here today for the Maritime Women's Basketball Association action. The Miramichi Hurricanes are leading 43-27 here as we go into halftime. Both Lancaster and Rainford are putting on a great exhibition for us today. My name is Aaron McKenna. We're going to take a break and we'll see you back here a couple minutes before the halftime is over. Okay, we're back for the second half action of the Port City Fog Miramichi Hurricanes. I'd like to give a thank you to Dixon Cho here, helping out with the technical video, camera, everything. Thank you, Dixon, for doing a great job supporting the Port City Fog here today. First half was about the Miramichi Hurricanes and the overall ball movement. Great standout play from really all their players, Lancaster and the two Rainfords. They're leading 43-27 right now as we're going to go into the second half, which is going to be brought to you by Proline and Royale, two of the wonderful sponsors of the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. My name's Aaron McKenna, calling the game here for you today, having a great time. Thank you to Peter and Paul Hickey for having me down here. They've done an excellent job with the team this season. Got a fair fan base out this afternoon for both teams. About 15-20 people have made the trip down from Miramichi to take in the game. And we have a good supporting cast out here supporting the Fog today. It's nice to see some new faces every game. It's got some new faces in the crowd here today as we come down with 1 minute to go. Not sure if Lauren Rainford has made enough points yet to become the overall league leading scorer. So we'll see if they talk about that during the halftime. They're up by so many points. It's tough to see the stat stack, but we'll see what happens with Rainford's overall point scoring here in the second half. She is second to Mackenzie Smith of the Lake City 56ers, who has 19.3 points a game, and Lorraine Rainford has 18.2 points average per game. Grace Lancaster's down the list just a little bit, 14.2 points. Devin Lawler, number 7 from the Hurricanes, is still in the top 10, 11.2 points a game. And then Amelia Mitchell falls in right after her with 11. And McKinley Benzanzin at 10.8. Here goes the buzzer. We're going to have the second half brought to you by Proline and Royale. The Fog are going to have the inbound to start off the second half. Ingles has it off to McKinley now. This is Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key. Mitchell likes to be down low in the key. I know that. This is Ingles up top. Battling Donahue into Clancy McIntyre. McIntyre takes a step, pops it up. Nice basket. Clancy likes to take a shot from that angle. Good placement for her on the floor, number 16. It's the third quarter as well, so it's the quarter to award shoes of the game. Hot shoes on the floor, win shoes of the award game. There's Rainford, puts it up. Clancy has the peach shoes on. Ingles with the bright yellow. Meg with the bright red. No real standouts, to be honest with you, from the Hurricanes. It's going to be a toss-up here today. Ingles has won 2 out of the 3 here so far at home. McIntyre puts up a soft touch. Missed it, got her own rebound. Oh, tried to get it inside to Mitchell, and Rainford blocked it and knocked it out. Fog going to take the ball now. Here we go. Mitchell has it. Comes to the middle. Over Miller. Nice basket by Mitchell. And the Fog make for 2 baskets here in the second half. Donahue off to Lancaster to Miller. Miller's the leading rebounder in the league. She passes it off. Tried to get down to Lancaster. Kicked it back out to Donahue for 3. Oh! Nice shot there. Excellent three-pointer by Katie Donahue, also out of UPI University. Striker lost it, turned it over to Rainford. Rainford drives the middle, kicks it outside to Lawler. Lawler hits another 3. That's Devin Lawler. Referee's going to call foul on that one. Hurricanes number 16, Abby Miller. It's going to be the Fog's ball. Ingles is going to take it in. She's had an excellent season here for the Port City Fog. Really enjoyed watching her play, especially when she has the ball underneath the rim on the offensive basket. This is McKinley off to Ingles. Mitchell tried to set the pick and roll. Ingles passes it off to Straker. Straker inside. Clancy wasn't able to control it. Rainford picked it off. This is Lauren now in the center. Over to Donahue. Three-pointer. Same range. No basket. Miller got the rebound. Miller went down. She's going to go up for 2 shots. Mitchell looking to see who got the foul. She didn't think it was her.
In range. No basket. Miller got the rebound. Miller went down. She's going to...
Couldn't exactly hear properly who that foul was called on. Miller sinks her first one. Miller's 64% from the free throw line. Amelia Mitchell picks up that. She's going to inbound now. Full court pressure again from the Hurricanes. They played basically full court pressure almost the entire game. Ingles gets it over. Here's McKinley now. Ingles breaking through the line. Inside, kicks it out to Clancy. Clancy long, 2-pointer. Didn't make it. Rebounded by Lawler. Pass it off to Donahue. Donahue brings the ball up quickly. Lawler over to Lancaster. Lancaster for 3. Hurricanes don't mind shooting the 3 at all. Clancy looking for a little room. Guarded tight. Ingles got the ball up court for quick. Ingles looking to step inside. Straker went to go up. And Miller's going to take her second foul of the quarter. Straker's going to go to the line for 2 shots. It's going to be her 3rd time in the line here today. 2 fouls so far for the Hurricanes early in the 3rd quarter. Straker makes her first one. So the nice thing I really do like about the league, regardless of the point spread, is that it's gas, gas, gas the whole time. No let up. Quick transitions, quick action. No one has a second here. And the Hurricanes are right on you. This is Donahue off to Lauren. Lauren Rainford kicks it over to Lancaster. Lancaster was moving in a different direction, missed that pass. Ingles kicked the ball in. Straker has it on the right side. You know, I got to say, not only is Rainford excellent offensively, but she sticks to you like glue defensively. There's McKinley. Oh, yeah, McKinley. Her 3rd three-pointer of the game. Sinks one. Looking nice from the three-point line today is Bazanzin. Donahue has it over to Rainford. Rainford outside. Shot. Oh. Missed it. This is Mitchell now. Being guarded tight by Miller. He got it over half. Back to Amelia. Straker cuts to the ball. Picks it up. Looking for a room. A nice bounce pass inside to Mitchell. Beautiful play. Great one for a replay on that one. Here comes Rainford now. Over to Donahue. Back over to Rainford. Lancaster outside. Nice. You know, Miramichi sets up for the 3-pointer. That's their go-to shot. They're practicing that play here today with the fog, but they're going to the 3-pointer. Here's Rainford, hard down. Puts in an easy 2. 58-38 right now. Hurricanes ahead of the fog. Ingles drives back down quickly. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell missed it. Tried to get her own rebound. Fog ball. 3 subs coming in now for the fog. Alexander. Now Pearson's going to check back in, and so is Ainsley Green. Okay, we're going to have a quick timeout brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, and the Core Health Group. Give you an opportunity to talk to you about some big news in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. It was built for numerous reasons. Competition, yes. Development, yes. But the MWBA also wanted to ensure it encompassed not only today's players, but the women who seeded the path well before them, which is why the MWBA is thrilled to announce Joy Slip will be the honorary commissioner for the Proline Legacy Cup Championship June 21st and 22nd at the Richard J. Curry Center on the campus of the University of New Brunswick. Joyce Slip is synonymous with basketball, athletics, community, and so much more, said MWBA Commissioner Jen Lloyd of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. She was a role model for so many of us growing up and continues to be exactly that. When you think of her accomplishments as an athlete, coach, builder, and supporter, it's a mile long. Our present-day players should be amazed by what Joyce accomplished. Slip certainly made her mark in basketball world and continues to do so today. This is one of the most interesting things. When Canada's first ever women's Olympic basketball team took the legendary Montreal Forum Court in 1976, it was led by Slip, Team Canada's captain. So she's the honorary commissioner of the Proline Legacy Cup coming up June 21st and 22nd in Fredericton at the Richard J. Curry Center. Get your tickets for the semifinals and finals being held 3 p.m. June 22nd. Congratulations to Miss Slip. Here we go back with basketball. Ainsley Green has it over to Pearson. Pearson, oh, just missed that light touch in. Pearson came in, made a quick impact offensively and defensively. Trying to settle down here in the game. Talking to some of her fans. You know what you gotta love is when you see them smile. And so it's good to see Nev Pearson smile here today. Lauren Rainford, ball over to Black. Bailey into Sydney. Sydney brings it to the middle, pops it, doesn't go. Rebounded by Straker. Straker has it up to McKinley. Quick pressure here by McKinley. Stops it and brings it back up. Tried to pass it into Alexander, lost it. Rainford came up with it, breaking down the court here. Takes a step and lays it in. McKinley came up, stopped, tried to set up the post there. And Lorraine just stepped right around her. Ainsley Green with the ball on the outside, bouncing it into Alexander. Alexander, Nev Pearson cutting through. Went down on an ankle. Luckily, she didn't hurt herself. Danielle goes up hard. Wanted that call. And she's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Danielle Alexander, number 14, one of the big players for the Fog. Had a nice interview with her pregame. She's averaging 3.6 points a game, 4.6 rebounds. She's shooting 50% from the free throw line. And there she is. She's made her 50% at least here so far today with the hot pink shoes. We have to award somebody the Shoes of the Game award, and I think it's going to be number 16, Clancy McIntyre, today with the peach shoes on. We'll point them out again when she goes back out on the floor. As Alexander hit both those free throws to go 100% for today from free throw line. This is Grace Lancaster back out on the floor for the Hurricanes. Kicks it out to Rainford. Rainford takes a step around, drives the net, puts it up, missed it. Got rebounded by Pearson. Pearson breaks out really quick, steaming down the floor. She's going to be called for a travel there. It was. Sub in. Here comes Henderson. She had a couple of nice 3-point shots from the corner. Hurricanes inbound the ball. Lancaster to Rainford. Henderson. This is Aiden Rainford. Pushed a little bit. Lauren kicked it outside. 3-point shot. Sinked it. Bailey Black did from UMB University. Danielle Alexander on the right side. Over to Pearson. Going to take a 3-pointer. Pearson airballed it. I know she wanted to make an impression with her 3-point shot. She hasn't made one that she's taken 2 attempts so far. A great experience for her. Great opportunity to come up, step up, play with some of the older girls, more experienced girls. That's what a lot of the athletes said here while I was interviewing them before each game, was the opportunity to play with the talents and skill sets of different girls, and also coming back to play some of the friends they would have grown up with. This is the Hurricanes inbounding the ball now. Ball goes to Rainford. Rainford's going to shoot it. Didn't make it. Rebounded by Aiden. Aiden puts it back in for an easy 2 points. Aiden Rainford, definitely one of the bigger, stronger girls we've seen on the floor so far, if not the tallest. Shot from outside, nice shot. Ainsley Green for three. It's 43-65 as Fogger able to hang on in here. This is Lancaster on the right side. Kicked it off to Henderson, pops it. Henderson missed it. No over the back call there. It's going to be the Fog ball. Amelia Mitchell's going to check in, taking out Danielle Alexander. Points that she's guarding number 20, Aiden Ranford. Amelia Mitchell does a great job both ways in the ball. Here she is driving the net. Pass it off. Oh, that's going to be a hard foul on Ainsley Green. She went down pretty hard there from behind. Aiden Ranford took that foul.
Great job both ways in the ball.
That'll be at least her third. That's the team fourth for this quarter. If we get one more, we get on the bonus line a little bit more. As Abby Miller checks in and Aiden Rainford checks out. Meg Ingles inbounding the ball. Gets it in nicely to Green. Oh, Green just missed that one. Meg Ingles over the back a little. Rainford stepped into Pearson. Rainford very strong on the ball. Takes it down right to the middle. Popped it, didn't make it. Miller fighting for the rebound. It's going to be the Fog ball. Meg Ingles going to inbound it again. Meg had the hot red shoes, but I didn't give her one of the awards this year. Her sister took it twice, and giving today's award to Clancy McIntyre, number 16. Meg Ingles. Oh, what a basket! A little of this, a little of that, and she was able to make it for two. Here's Rainford. 1:53 remaining, third quarter. Over to Henderson, back to Rainford. Rainford to Miller. Giving a little bit of head nods, a little bit of body language there. Out to Lancaster for three. She's short. Henderson picked up the rebound, put it up, missed it. Miller gets it, puts it up, rebounded by Meg Ingles. Meg is a big heart portion of this team, which Danielle Alexander was talking about pregame. Rainford kicks it up quick to Miller. Miller missed an easy two. Ainsley Green, quick up. Almost intercepted by Grace Lancaster.
Giving today's award to Clancy McIntyre, number 16. Meg Ingles.
Lancaster checks out of the game.
Basket!
She's a gamer, Lancaster. She wants on the floor every minute, and she does a great job while she's out there. This is Meg Ingles. Lost the dribble. Bounced over to Ingles again. Ainsley Green ran into a wall there. Going to be called on 16 for blocking Abby Miller. Abby's in foul trouble. We'll see what Andre says. That's her third or fourth foul. Okay, well, that's five for sure on Miramichi, as Ainsley Green makes the first one. Ainsley's took a couple of hard fouls this game so far. Missed her second one. Hurricanes pick up the rebound, step out of bounds. That's Henderson from UMBSJ. Number 11 for the Hurricanes. Kinley Bonanzan going to check in for Nev Pearson. Ball comes out to Bonanzan. Over to Ingles. Back. Oh, good read by Miller. Able to chop down that play. Miller outside to Rainford. Rainford for 3 points. Doesn't make it. McGrattan going to call a foul. Pushing foul on Aaron Ingles, number 8 for the Fog. Got that one. Fog are going to inbound it now Hurricanes inbound it. Rainford for the shot. Missed it. Less than a minute to go, 45 seconds. McKenzie getting really teamed up there. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be the Fog ball. Meg Ingles is going to inbound it. Full court pressure still from the Hurricanes. They're up by 20. Pressure on the ball was the success that the coach said of their season. This is Amelia Mitchell now, outside. Fog haven't been able to really get anything down low. Ainsley Green pops it. Amelia Mitchell gets that rebound. Nice boards by Mitchell, puts it in, yes! Great battle, great effort by Mitchell. She was my first selected player of the game when I first saw the Fog play. She's putting in an effort here today. This is Rainford now, letting the clock wind down. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 10 to go in the game, in the quarter. This is Rainford. Gets the ball off to Henderson. Henderson for three, airballed it. Ball goes out of play with 1.2 seconds to go. We'll see if the Fog are able to get a shot off here. McKinley into Ingles. Ingles turns over to her sister, launches it. Good try, just not quick enough with only that 1.2 seconds remaining. We'll have a 2-minute break here and we'll take ourselves into the fourth quarter. It's 65-48 at the end of 3. Today's fourth quarter is going to be brought to you by Royale. Get a little bit of information out about the Proline Legacy Cup happening June 21st, the semifinal. Third place game is at 12:30 p.m. on June 22nd, and the final is set for 3 p.m. The semifinals will see the top seeds surviving from the regular season play the lowest remaining seed, while second and third best records meet in the other June 21st semifinal up in Fredericton. Hoping I'll have an opportunity to be there. It's been excellent basketball. What did Stephanie Hawkins say? That's, let me just check out some of my notes here. It was Stephanie Wilkins, one of the scorekeepers for the Port City Fog. Spoke to her briefly before the game. Talked about just how awesome it was to give the teams, the girls, the opportunity to play basketball. It's the number one thing we've heard throughout the season here, interviewing the referees, coaches, players, and management. Speaking of which, I'd like to give a great, huge thank you to Dominic Laviolette, Peter Davis, Grace Tilley, the general manager General Manager Peter Hickey, President Paul Hickey, and Game Day Operations Lori Wall for all the help that you've, effort you put in, time, commitment, energy. Thank you so much. Same thank you goes out to Neil Smith, Katie Donahue, Jack Bell, Bo Harris, Whitney Henderson, Brittany Sullivan. The Hurricanes got themselves a photographer in Jordan Pender, Joey Savoy, and Max Flanagan. Teamwork makes the dream work, and it's the coaching staff and management from behind the scenes that has major impacts on the products we see on the floor, and we can see that all the teams are doing a great job with that. So fourth quarter brought to you by Royale is about to kick off here at the UMB St. John campus, home of the Seawolves. This is Rainford now. Like to see a strong quarter out of Rainford. Like to see her get the overall scoring championship. Ball goes outside. One of my favorite players, I think, so far this season that I got to see here was number 14 of the Halifax Thunder, Sammy Russell. Oh, steal by Rainford, and she put it back for a quick, easy two. Had a quick laugh there with McKinley, and that's part of the fun of the game we're talking about as Rainford guards McKinley tightly. Great defensive player. Inside, nice basket by Mitchell. Good quick start here for the Fog. You could go on to see Rainford win the league MVP as the Fog pick up that turnover. Oh, gets called for going out of bounds. Good defense there by 16 Miller, who's in foul trouble. Ingles wasn't able to get around her. This is 14 Bailey Black getting checked out of the game for number 3 Mariah Ward. Mariah is out of the Miramichi High School. Gets floor time here today. Donahue. Pass inside to Lawler. Outside to Henderson. Both Lancaster and Rainford are off the floor right now. Miramichi Henderson drives the basket and makes it. Henderson's a UMBSJ product. This is McKinley with the ball. Pressure's on them. Got the ball over. Donahue doing a great job. Mitchell set the pick there. McKenzie takes the ball in, turned over off a foot. Kinsley trying to push the ball into the middle. Miramichi forced the turnover. Donahue has it now. On the left side. Pass it off to Lawler. Up to the top of the key to Miller. Swings around to Henderson. Likes that three-point shot. Henderson gets her own rebound. Chased right after it aggressively. Donahue takes another three. Miramichi picks up that rebound again. Getting the offensive rebounds here, 2 in a row. Kicked out to Henderson. Henderson. Donahue drives the net. Rebounded. Fogg come up with that rebound. Straker has it. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball's over to McKinley. McKinley brings the ball to the center. Steps back. Fires it. Airballs it. Henderson picked up the rebound. Now Pearson stepping up to come back into the game. Football off Miramichi. Oh, they got a foul on that one. Looks like McIntyre's taking a foul. Reaching in. 7:47 remaining here, fourth quarter, 69-50. This is Donahue. Inbounds the ball to Lawler. Sidney Lawler off to Donahue. Football by McKinley. Good instincts by McKinley there. Quick feet. Something you hear often is quick feet, quick feet. Well, she showed an example there. It's a quick feet. Donahue's inbounding the ball. Inbounded to Sidney Lawler. Gave it back to her. Henderson now. They're trying to get inside to Miller. Henderson drives it. Comes back outside. 3-point by Ward. Missed it. Rebounded by McKinley. McKinley pushes the ball quickly. Oh! Going to be a foul there. That's going to foul was going to go on Clancy McIntyre for pushing. The pass was a lead pass and it ran her right into somebody. It was an unintentional foul and a rough one at the same time. This is Sidney Lawler now outside to Henderson. Henderson behind the back trying to get some room. McIntyre was on her good. Ball comes out, 3-point range. Trying to move it inside. Faked it. Miller puts it up. Neely Mitchell, good wall there. Great job by the Fog keeping the Hurricanes from penetrating the inside of the key. And at the same time, the Hurricanes have done a great job hitting the long-range 2-pointers and threes all day long here. They're still trying to, I think they're practicing a play here, working on their game strategies. Ward from the outside hits the 3-pointer. Ward came in late in the game. Mariah at the Miramichi High School, and she put up in a 3-pointer. Nev Pearson up to Ainsley Green, goes right through her legs. And that's a turnover. Henderson inbounds the ball. 72-50. Like to see a little bit more Rainford on the floor so he can take over the scoring championship. Hurricanes bring the ball in. Get it down to Miller. Kicked it back outside to Henderson. Henderson steps around, shoots it. Off the rim. Rebounded by the Hurricanes. Turned over. McKinley picks up the ball. Up to Clancy. Clancy takes a step. Battling hard here. Danielle to McKinley. Down low to Ainsley Green. Ainsley puts it up. Goes strong. Wasn't able to make it. Didn't get the call on the foul. Donahue pushes. This is Sidney Lawler. Goes to the middle. Sidney to Miller. Miller steps by. Wasn't able to convert that one. Danielle got the rebound. Passed it off quickly to McKinley. McKinley to Danielle. This is Alexander. Goes left. Kicks it to McKinley for 3. Off the rim. Danielle picked up the rebound. Popped it from the key. Oh, just missed that one. Donahue has it. Outside shot by Lawler, missed the three-pointer. Again, rebounded by the Hurricanes. Miller put it off the backboard and in. 74-50 is the score, and Dom Laviolette calls a timeout with 5:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Give another shout out because I appreciate her so much. I've never met her in my life. Shelby McIsaac, Maritime Women's Basketball Association marketing and social media whiz. She attends UMB Athletics, and she's off to the FISU World Summer University Games in July over in Germany. The multi-talented town of Riverview student athlete will compete in the 400-meter hurdles. So good luck to you, Shelby, this summer as you're competing. We're looking forward to the news posted on the Maritime Women's Basketball Association about how you made out. You check out all the stats yourself and all the league information at www.themwba. Timeout is brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, and the Core Health Group. The team has some excellent sponsors. The league has some excellent sponsors as well with Proline and Royale. Thank you for your contributions in supporting this excellent Maritime Women's Basketball Association. My first season calling some games, thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope to be back for the second season, and as we move into the playoffs for the Proline Legacy Cup, June 21st and 22nd, being held in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Okay, both teams coming back out on the floor with 5:27 to go. The Hurricanes are up by 24. Abby Miller of the Hurricanes is in foul trouble, although there's no fouls on the Hurricane side for this quarter. This is Nev Pearson, back to Straker. Straker on the left side now. McKinley. Hard play the Hurricanes are. Hard to play against. That's what Neil Smith wanted their team to be in. You can see they are that here today. This is Donahue. He's got Lancaster back out there. Sullivan's number 9 checked in. Lancaster was short there. This is Bazanzan. Chipped it off to Ainsley Green. Green picked up the dribble to Danielle. Outside to Nev Pearson with the three-pointer. Yeah! Pearson steps into the game from the high school call-up and puts one back. Congratulations, Nev. Ball moves around. Grace Lancaster now. Pops it from the foul line and makes it. Smooth operator. Smooth team the Miramichi Hurricanes are. This is Ainsley Green now. Kicked it over to Danielle. Alexander's looking. Finds Straker. Back to her. Ball goes out of bounds. Aiden Rainford's going to check back in for Abby Miller. She's been a big presence on the offensive and defensive boards. Amelia Mitchell checks in, as well as Meg Ingles. 4:06 remaining here in the game. Straker for three. Nope. Donahue gets the rebound. Up to Sullivan. Sullivan inside the Ward. Going to call that a double dribble. So Miramichi playing their bench, if I can say it like that, allowing a lot of the girls here to some floor time. It's one of the things I appreciated about Grace Lancaster. There's a full floor over there of teams, and her competitive style was she wanted to be on the floor. Gotta like the nature, and she's not selfish in doing that, I wouldn't say. It's just the competitive nature that she has. So we have another timeout brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB St. John Seawolves, and the Core Health Group. One of the things I appreciated here as well at the UMBSJ Gym House, Field House, was the athletic training that goes on behind the scenes. You can see it over behind the bench chairs of the Seawolves, of the Port City Fog. You can see the great big Seawolves sign there. That's where it's in behind. the stretching and I say you want to say type of massage therapy that the girls go through before they begin the games, preventing their injuries. Just a lot of athleticism and training to get to this skill level and the high intensity of the game. It's quick game here. So that's one of the things I appreciated pre-game, is seeing the girls take the time to treat their bodies properly. Here's Nev Pearson now with the ball on the left side. Picks it up over to Ingles, long pass. Ingles tries to go down low. Ball gets blocked, goes out of bounds. That's Hamilton that's checked in the game now, number 10 for Miramichi. Ainsley Green way up top to Straker. Straker around to Mitchell. To Straker for 3. High rebound. Donahue got it. Donahue pushes the ball quickly. Up to Lancaster. Lancaster lost it, going to the net. Wanted a foul call to take 2. Hurricanes inbound it. Lancaster right from the 3-point line. Oh! Switch. Nice shot by Lancaster. Gracefully launched that 3-point in there. That's her first name, Grace. There's Pearson. Gets blocked by Lancaster at the other end. Donahue pushes the ball up the floor quickly. Sullivan puts it back for 2 points. Riley Sullivan also out of UPEI. And McGill, part of the chemistry in the team with the 8 players they have from the University of Prince Edward Island, playing together over the past 5 years. Makes them one of the stronger, most competitive teams we've seen play. This is Grace Lancaster, number 8, with 2:48 left in the quarter. Inside to Aiden. Aiden Rainford went up, stuffed down by Pearson. Whoa! Way to stand her up there, number 18. As Clancy McIntyre is going to check into the game, taking out Ainsley Green. Lawler comes back in, as well as Godfrey. Ball comes off to Godfrey right away. Godfrey takes a step towards the net. Oh! Steps into the game and sinks 2. Pearson has the ball now, number 18. Got to be loving her life out here today, playing against the older, more experienced, talented girls. Amelia Mitchell shoots it. Going to be a battle for it. Going to be a foul call here. Foul's going to go on Port City Fogs, number 11, Meg Ingles. Pushing. It's going to be the Miramichi
Mitchell shoots
ball.
it.
2:08 remaining in the fourth quarter here. 83-53, so they pulled away by another 10 points. And we haven't seen Rainford check back into the game to take over this scoring title. I don't think we're going to either. So hopefully she got her 20 points in. Oh, nice basket. Miramichi not giving up. That's Riley Sullivan taking it to the rim. So spreading the score sheet out here, the Hurricanes. Offensively, the Fog definitely had a better showing than yesterday. It was one of the things Laviolette wanted to do, was sustain the offense in the second half. They are currently at 53 points. Their season average this season was 55 points per game, and the Hurricanes was 76. So the Hurricanes are 10 points over their average here today. This is Nev Pearson, long 2-pointer. Oh yes, nice shooting. Pearson does have a nice shot, and she's made a couple baskets here for the Fog today. Sullivan on the outside, takes it down, stood up by Clancy, went off Clancy, and it's going to be the Miramichi ball underneath the Fog net with 1:24 to go. Sullivan inbounding the ball, way outside here to Godfrey. Godfrey to Lawler, outside 3-pointer. Oh, yeah! They're lighting up that 3-point range here today. They've hit over 10 3-points today. Grace Lancaster had 3 of them. This is Meg Ingles outside for three itself. Didn't go. Going to be the Hurricanes' ball. Coming to the last minute of play here for the regular season of the Maritimes Women's Basketball Association 2025 season. What a pleasure it's been. Hurricanes on the outside here. Kicking around to Lawler. Lawler puts it up. Doesn't go. Meg Ingles trying to get that rebound. Couldn't grab it. Sullivan. Number 10 for another three-pointer. Hamilton. 40 seconds to go, and we have our last timeout called by the Fog. Opportunity for a coaching moment, so Dom's going to kind of take advantage of that. I thought he's done a great job coaching the Fog this season. Timeout's brought to you by Moosehead Breweries, UMB, St. John Seawolves, the Core Health Group, Proline, and Royale. 5 of the awesome sponsors the team and league has this season. I'd like to say thank you again to all the volunteers who helped make this season possible for the Port City Fog. Thank you for your time, dedication, and commitment. Thanking the referees for doing a great job today as well. Dave McGrattan, Ben Tate, and Al Gates. Might not be Gates. Allison. McGrattan, both referees going over to the teams, giving a few words, having a little bit of a smile. McGrattan is one of the top referees in the country. I saw his father, Tommy, here as well, checking out the basketball action. 40.8 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The score is 91-55. The Fog are inbounding the ball. Meg Ingles gives it to McKinley. McKinley's double team coming right out of the gate. She's going to lose it in a turnover. Godfrey picked it up. This is Godfrey. Kicked it back out to Aiden Rainford. Moves the ball around. Good block there by Pearson. Good defense. Didn't give up for a second. Remember, she wasn't able to get a shot off. Sullivan inbounding the ball. Looking. Godfrey takes a step. Here's Aiden Rainford. Kicks it around to Sydney. Lawler. Lawler gets bumped. Out to Aiden. Shot for Sullivan. Three-pointer. Didn't go. McKinley came down with the rebound. 15 seconds. Up to Clancy. Wasn't able to make it. Riley Sullivan got in the way. Ball went out of bounds. Fog ball with 10 seconds to go. Like to see one more shot here go in. Meg Ingles inbounding the ball to McKinley. This is Mitchell. Meg Ingles set the pick. McKinley trying to get the ball inside. Clancy has it go off her fingers. Hurricanes pick it up. And that's the end of the ball game. Well, Miramichi did a great job. Consistent game, scoring 91 points over the Port City Fog, 55. 91-55 is your final score here in your final regular season game here for the Port City Fog. Thought today's game MVP was Lauren Rainford. It's tough to choose between her and Grace Lancaster. I thought Aiden Rainford played a great game as well. But defensively and offensively, player of the game, Lauren Rainford. Good luck to the Hurricanes with the remainder of the season, as well as the Port City Fog. Thank you to everybody who joined us from home. Like and share. And hopefully we'll see you out June 21st and 22nd at the Proline Legacy Cup. My name is Aaron McKenna, signing off for today.